Well, hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Today is Tuesday, September 28th. And as always, at 12 noon, here inside of Live Fit Solutions, Mind, Body, and Spirit, we go live. We go live every Tuesday, 12 noon, bringing you topics that you've expressed to me that you would like to get more information about, things that you have concerns about, things that you even struggle with. So today is the third in a three-part series that we are doing to address what are some of the challenges that you face on your weight loss journey or on your health journey. And the first week, we talked about consistency because that was what I got in my inbox as one of the number one things that people struggle with. Hey, Darnella. Then last week, we talked about eating healthy foods. And what are healthy foods? Because most of us, we think we eat healthy or we think we eat pretty healthy, but there are things that we can add to what we eat in order to be healthy. So today's topic, we are going to talk about another thing that people express that they are having serious issues with, and that is, how do you lose weight when you don't get the support from your spouse or your family or your children? How do you stay on that journey? Hey, Rowena. Um, and that can be a tough situation because a lot of times the problems come because the things that you have been thinking about, going on a weight loss journey is not something that you do spur of the moment. You really have been thinking about it for a while. And you know that, I need to lose this 20 pounds or 25 pounds because my knees hurt. I got to find a way so that my knees don't bother me anymore, or I can get up and down the steps, or, whatever your particular situation is. This is a conversation that you've been having with yourself. Maybe your family members have seen you lose weight in the past and then gain it back, or start on a weight loss journey but not stay with it. So they blow it off like, yeah, whatever, we done walked this walk before, and they're not supportive. Sometimes they even approach it from but I love you just the way you are. And that's great because that is what we want. But you have to ask yourself, do you love you just the way you are? You have to be comfortable with the weight that you're carrying, with the way that you're feeling, with the way that your clothes fit, with the feelings that you have, because sometimes we just feel stuffed like all the time. And it can be kind of difficult when you believe that you have to fix two meals because they ain't trying to eat what you're trying to eat. So you got to fix the food for them to eat, and then you got to fix the food for you to eat. And you throw up your hands and you go, you know what, this is just too much. This is just too much. Or they tempt you, oh, come on, you can eat this or you can drink this. And we say, okay, well, one time ain't gonna really hurt nothing. I'm gonna eat this today and enjoy myself. Life is short, and I'll get back on track tomorrow. But the truth is, you have to be honest with yourself. And when you don't get the support from your family, it makes the journey that much more difficult. So what I'd like to do is share with you some things that I did, because on my own personal weight loss journey, it was not always, you go girl, I see what you're doing. Sometimes it was, yeah, whatever. And I had to find ways to be successful in doing for me what I needed to do for me. And I want to share those things, or a few of those things, with you in hopes that they may help you on your journey. So the first thing that I had to do was I had to have a plan. I couldn't just say, you know what, I think I need to lose 25 or 30 pounds. In my case, it was 40 pounds. I had to have a plan. So before I ever spoke the words that I think I'm going to try and lose this weight, I developed a plan. I looked at the foods that I couldn't eat anymore because I knew the foods that I was eating that caused me to gain the weight, because I was a sugar aholic, and I knew that I had to stop going to Frisch's and getting hot fudge cakes 3 times a week, even though I just absolutely love hot fudge cakes. I knew that I couldn't keep eating vanilla wafers as I watched Netflix. So I knew the things that I needed to give up. But I didn't want to focus on what I was giving up. I wanted to focus on what I could have. So I created a plan. It wasn't hard. I just sat down and thought about the foods that I know are healthy, and these are the foods that I can have versus what I couldn't have. I never wanted to feel like I was denying myself. And you grocery shop. So stop buying that stuff. That was the number one thing I had to do, was just stop buying it. If it's not in the house, I'm not going to eat it. Another thing that I had to do is I had to plan the meals for more than just the current day. So I would know that on Monday I was eating this, on Tuesday I was eating that, on Wednesday I was having this. And I did meal prep so that when Wednesday came, I wasn't saying, well, I really don't want that, I don't feel like fixing it. No, it was already fixed. So I designated Sunday as my meal prep day. So on Sunday, I prepared the food that I would have to eat at least for the next 3 days. And that helped me to be able to stick to my plan when, everybody else is doing what they're doing, eating what they're eating. Another thing that I found that I had to do was I had to make my intentions clear. Absolutely crystal clear. I had to tell my family, like, this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it. Whether I get your support or not, I have to do this for me. Taking care of my health, or taking care of your health, is a gift that you give to yourself. It's a way that you show yourself that you love yourself. And in doing so, you can be more in their lives and those people who mean the most to you. You can be bigger and more present and hopefully have longevity in their lives. So I had to let them know, like, I ain't playing. I got to get this weight off. I can't get up the steps without needing to take extra time or sit down and catch my breath or get a bottle of water. I can't keep walking around feeling like, I'm stuffed all the time and I'm hardly eating anything. I'm serious. And if you don't think I'm serious, let my actions speak louder than my words. Just watch me work. And I went about the business of doing it. So you have to be clear on what your intentions are and why you're trying to do it when you're talking to your spouse. Because a lot of times they see that you've done this 1,000,000 times and it's like, yeah, right, whatever. Another thing I had to do is I had to share my goals. What am I working towards? I never approach this, and I advise you to never approach this as something that you can do for a few weeks. I only have to do this until I can fit into the dress to wear to the wedding. Or I only have to do this until I get beyond this point. If you lose the weight and you go back to doing things the way you did them before, you're going to gain the weight back. And it's that vicious cycle. Lose the weight, and gain a little bit extra. Lose 25 pounds, gain 30 pounds back. And then you feel bad about it. So you have to set clear goals. Sometimes spouses may even feel a little threatened by the fact that you are now trying to change. You're trying to improve because maybe they're satisfied with where they are. Maybe they know that they too need to be on the weight loss journey with you, but it's hard. And hey, I got too much other stuff I got to think about. It's all good. So sometimes they're not supportive because they themselves feel threatened. So if you let them know what your goals are, that, hey, I have a newfound resolve about this. I have a goal. I want to be healthy. I want to help you to see how important our health is. Maybe even encourage them to try to join you on this journey. If you are in the position right now where your spouse or your family is not being supportive of you, put me in the comments. Let me know. Because it's hard. It's really hard. And sometimes they don't buy into it. You know, they look at you like, yeah, right, whatever. They even tempt you with stuff. Like if you watched movies together and you always have the big bowl of popcorn swimming in the butters with the popcorn salt. And now you want yours air popped with a drizzle of butter. They tempt you. They offer you stuff that they know you shouldn't be eating because you're trying to lose weight. So you have to develop willpower. I had to develop willpower. You got to develop willpower. How bad do you want it? This is your journey. It's for you. Nobody can force you to eat or drink anything that you don't want to eat or drink. Even if you have to get up and walk out the room and come back later, you have to develop willpower. That's the only way you're going to be successful because temptation is all around. We are constantly invited to go out to dinner. We're constantly invited to celebrate whatever, the baby shower, the birthday party, and there's always food there. And most of the time it's stuff that you know that you're trying to cut back on or give up because you have a goal. Everybody don't have that goal. So sometimes instead of saying, you know what, I can't have all of that, I'm only going to have a small amount. And instead of eating everything that's on the table, I'm only going to eat these things. Maybe I'll just eat the vegetables. I won't eat the candy sweet potatoes that's got, 5 pounds of sugar in it and all the butter. I won't eat that. I'll pass on that. You gotta develop willpower because you are doing this for you. You're doing it for you. The next thing that you may have to do is you may have to get you a whole new group of cheerleaders, a whole new support system. Find a group. Go to a meeting. Go online. Listen to a audio. Read a book. You may have to find a whole new group of cheerleaders to help support you. People who are on the same journey that you are on, that maybe can share with you some of the things that they have learned along the way. Inside of our group, Live Fit Solutions, that's what we are trying to do, is encourage you, inspire you, let you see that there are other people who have way more issues than what you may be dealing with that are being successful on this journey. They're getting their blood pressure in line. They're getting their A1C numbers in line. They've lost 50, 60, 100 pounds. Before and after pictures are there to inspire you to see that, you know what? My family might be over here talking junk to me, but over here, no, over here is where I need to go. I need to stay over here. I need to listen to what these people are saying because they are my inspiration. So you may need to get you some new cheerleaders. I mean, we've all had to struggle, or not had to struggle, but we've all struggled in trying to get control of our weight. and it's not easy. You might have to learn how to incorporate new practices in your eating. Mindful eating, I think, is what they call it, where between each forkful that goes in your mouth, you physically lay your fork down. You chew, chew, chew. They even tell you sometimes chew 100 times. That might be excessive, but the objective is to spend more time enjoying and savoring what you're eating as opposed to shoveling it in and going around the plate and shoveling it in. So slow down on how you're eating. Encourage your family to get involved. Maybe they can help you prepare the meal. That was something else that I incorporated while I was on my journey, was to get my family members to be involved in making the meal. That way, it might be something that they want to add to the meal that maybe I didn't think about. That's okay for me to eat. That's okay for them to eat as well. When you change the way you prepare food, it changes the way it tastes, and our taste is memory. We can taste something and go home and we got to fix it because, man, I already know what it's going to taste like. Well, when you go on a health journey, a lot of times you modify a recipe, even though it says it's greens. It may not be greens with smoked turkey and butter and whatever else you put in there, so it's going to taste different. And you have to adjust to that, and your family may not want to adjust to that. So include them in your meal prep activities. You may even incorporate something like a meatless Monday, where everything you eat is going to be, a vegetable or some plant item or fruit family in to your experience. Okay, there we go. If you have some things that you have had to do to get people in your household to join you on the journey as opposed to fighting you on the journey, let us know. Put it in the group. Put it in the comments. Because we're all struggling with this. We're all trying to make life changes. Most of us are what I like to refer to as we are seasoned, which means that we've been through some things. We done lost the same 25 pounds 52 times. We lose it, we gain it. We lose it, we gain it. We just say, you know what? It's just here. But we know that that's counterproductive to our health. So you want to try to bring your family into understanding your reasons for why you're doing it. Let them share in meal prep. Help them to understand that, you know what, stop tempting me. You don't want to argue because that's a negative energy. You just want to make them understand that I'm serious. I'm going to do this. And believe me when I tell you, when they see your results and they see your resolve, they'll join you on this journey. So, again, I say, losing weight, it's an emotional roller coaster is what it is. And we have to find our willpower. We have to share our goals. We have to definitely have a plan so that we can set ourselves up for success. Now, if you're watching this live, thank you for joining us. If you're watching on the replay, then in the comments, put #replay so that I know that you were here. If you have any suggestions, any ideas, anything that you want to share, let us know. Put it in the comments, put it inside the group so that we can all help support each other, because we have to be each other's cheerleader. That's why I said you might have to not look for the support from your family, but go find yourself a whole new group of cheerleaders who can help keep you focused and on the journey. So if you enjoyed our talks, let me know if there's something that you're struggling with that you want us to discuss, because each one of us has a special gift. Each one of us may have an experience that can help the next one. You may have an area of expertise. You can even come on and be a guest and share your expertise with all of us, because this is definitely a journey. And even after you lose the weight, maintenance becomes important, because a lot of times we lose the weight and then we tell ourselves that, okay, I'm good. And you go right back to doing what you did before. And then you go, oh, shoot, I done gained 5 pounds back. Oh, no. Oh, shoot, I done gained all that weight back. I can't believe I gained all that weight back. So maintenance is important. So maybe next week, that'll be something we can explore, ways that we can maintain our successful weight loss. So I'm not going to keep you, but until next Tuesday, I'm Shahida Akbar. We are at Live Fit Solutions, mind, body, and spirit. And I will see you again next Tuesday.